Hey guys, welcome to Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. I'm your host Miko.
I'm Candace.
And I'm Lynn.
And yes, you got your girls here with you today on another wonderful Sunday afternoon. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
So, today we have another great show. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the shows that have been posted, posted, and you've been able to catch them and watch them. I hope you have been enjoying them because we're here to bring you as many good topics and shows as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
So today we're going to get started. Like I said, we have a good topic for you today, men at work.
Yes.
And I'll tell you exactly what that is all about in just a second. But before we get down to that, we got to take care of the most important thing of everything, and that is brunch.
Yes.
Okay. So first, before we dive into what we had today, I kind of just want to let our guests know that you're going to see a lot of sandwiches going on right now.
Okay.
It's summertime. These are going to be things that you can utilize either at home, just hanging out, for dinner.
Okay.
If you don't, want them for brunch.
Right.
You can even have them at the park, picnic, event, party. Anything
Pool
that's
party.
going on, pool
Yeah.
party, different little things. So we're gonna be doing a whole lot of different sandwiches coming up.
I like that.
Okay, just to give you a difference of ideas of what you can do. And today what we had was a Chipotle barbecue avocado burger.
Yes.
Okay.
Delish.
Okay. Now a lot of people might think Chipotle and barbecue, two sauces. That's a whole lot going on,
But it wasn't.
honey,
It was a whole lot of
when you
goodness.
take the spiciness of the Chipotle and you take the sweetness of the barbecue sauce and you marry them together,
It was a marriage made in heaven.
it was a marriage made in heaven, right? It's like just like an explosion of flavors in your mouth. Your taste buds are dancing. They're like really enjoying this because it's really a lot that's kicking in right now. Because when you think about what goes into Chipotle, seasoning, and then when you think about what goes into barbecue seasoning, it's like, oh my gosh.
Opposites attracting.
Yeah.
Yes, because they shorted exactly.
What is that called? The
Tanginess.
savory.
Oh
The
yes,
savory
yes.
flavor to the sweet flavor.
Oh my goodness, so good, so good.
So what was on it though?
So
What
we
was on our
we gonna go ahead and talk about that,
Yes.
okay? So we did use beef today. Everybody know that I'm really a turkey person. I'm like turkey everything. But it's something about beef. When you marinate your beef, it holds the flavor better than the turkey.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you cannot get turkey to have that good, savory flavor, but it's something about the marinade on the beef, that really holds the flavor.
Like fat?
Probably so.
Because turkey don't have a lot of fat.
It doesn't.
So
It
it's probably
doesn't.
what it is.
But just saying that so you guys know, you can actually do this recipe
Either
with
way.
either way, either
Right.
turkey
Correct.
or with beef. Okay. And if you want the beef marinade, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll get you the marinade to the beef. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'll give you the marinade for that too. But it is my secret recipe. But I'll share it with you guys. I'll share it with you guys. So we had our beef burgers. And we had it layered with turkey bacon. We had it layered with avocado. We had it layered with some fresh, crisp tomatoes. Tomato on the vine, really good. We also had some green leaf lettuce. Onion rings, and then we drizzled it with a little bit of the barbecue sauce. Okay, on our buns is where we actually put the chipotle sauce on there. So you put the chipotle sauce on your buns, you build your whole burger up, and then oh my god,
Yeah, delicious.
just
really, really good.
heaven.
I was thinking even have them like at sliders.
You can definitely do them as sliders. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can definitely do them as sliders. You can get very creative with them.
Oh, yeah.
You can do chicken burgers.
Yeah.
If you want. You can even do seafood burgers with them because those actual sauces go with so many different types of proteins. So you can actually get very creative with it. Put it in a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in a wrap versus having it on the burger. Those calories a little bit. Exactly, because everybody trying to watch it.
Yes. Summertime bodies, we know how.
Right. So
This summer gonna be with this body.
See the summertime body for me, right?
I will say I'm still working, but be telling a lie. You know what I'm saying? So that was wonderful. And we just
Don't forget the side.
I was about to say.
Okay,
We just accented it with some really delicious, fresh, home cut. Make sure you cut off yourself.
Yes.
Sweet potato fries.
Yes,
not frozen. They have the frozen ones.
They just don't have that kick.
but they don't.
You can't fry them as good as you can fry them your old self.
Yes. And then you put just toss them in a nice seasoning. All I did was toss them in some. It was a mixture of onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, and pepper. That's it.
Simple.
That's it. Very simple.
But it was good.
You just get a nice little mixture going on. Season them up in that. but just all those, especially that garlic with the sweetness of the sweet potato.
Candace said that before. She loved put some garlic on anything.
Yeah.
It's going down.
It really does.
But
Yeah.
then it enhances every flavor to it. You know what I mean?
I also
Garlic.
like the sweet potato fried with that Chipotle barbecue.
Yes,
they
fried
were
with
very
that.
complementary together.
Okay. Very
Like
much
having
so.
a bite, and I'm not
Oh,
willing
okay.
to put my foods together like that, but having that bite and then having that sweet potato right behind it, it was like almost clearing the palate. So
Yeah.
you take that Chipotle
Okay.
and then do it again.
Right.
It's really good.
Yeah.
You paired that up, girl.
Hey, I'm trying to bring
Not no regular fry with that
goodness.
sweet potato fry. I like that. Those things are so
So,
good.
you know, and then we topped it off with some delicious homemade cucumber basil lemonade.
Did you hear what she said?
Fresh squeeze.
Cucumber basil
lemonade.
that she made herself.
You know, it's so good, guys. It's so good, and I can actually give you a recipe for that as well if you like it. But it's so good, so easy to make, and you can use them. You can drink it as it is,
Yes.
or you can also use them as cocktail mixers. You know what I'm saying? Cocktail mixers. Give your drinks, you know, just a little bit something. The basil, it's so bright and fresh that when you drinking it with the lemonade, it already has a brightness to it. It just really I don't know.
And then the cucumber on
And
top
then
of
the cucumber.
The cucumber
Yeah.
just makes it. I was just gonna say it's very tastes like icy.
Yeah.
It almost gives it a colder taste.
Yeah.
Because of the freshness of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So you know hey, we all about blending and marrying today.
And it's
you
a
know.
good lemonade summertime drink.
Yes.
Like you said, we talk about summertime.
Isn't it?
I mean, it's
Isn't
really
it?
good.
Yes, and
That's why
it's
I
so
can't
versatile.
Keep my lips off of it.
Right.
You
It's
have
so
to put the
versatile.
kids and the adults. So, you
Yeah.
know, pour the kids drink first and then,
And then-
you know, top it off with a little top shelf.
I'm telling you, you know,
Yeah.
and if you want, add a little bit of strawberry mix to it.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Strawberry lemonade is always good.
And if the
Or even some
strawberry
peach. Peaches
something,
too.
you know, because I do have 7 different mixed lemonade drinks that I make fresh.
Oh, okay.
You know, so we're gonna be tasting
Coming
those.
soon, y'all. She got this going on.
right?
Right, July 13th. Are we correct? Or what we got going on? Your little show.
The Twist of Soul, honey.
Twist the
Twist
Soul,
of Soul,
honey, is
first show
coming.
of
So
Drops,
we're
yeah.
gonna get all them lemonades on all that.
Yes. So you know, but so good, so easy to make and so refreshing. You know, you guys can pretty much make these recipes again for any event that you have at home, or even if you're just at home by yourself. You know, you just want to do something for your family. So again, if you have any questions or you would like to have any of the recipes for what you hear, go ahead and drop a comment down below, or go ahead and hit us up on Instagram at events_@_black_tea or blacktea.com complete. blackteacomplete.com. Sorry guys, blackteacomplete.com, and we'll go ahead and get those recipes out to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get going with this men at work. I know people like men at work.
Men at work. With all these ladies on the panel.
Right.
Men at work. What we talking about here?
Well, as we all know, and anybody who has common sense, which is really not that common anymore, you know, will know that you only have 2 species that you can really technically work with in this world.
Right.
Okay? And that is male and female.
That's it.
Now, if you guys figure out another one that you can work with, let me know. Because I have no other.
I've only worked with those 2.
Right, just those 2, right?
Those 2.
Okay, so
Species.
we have to work together. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I know that for so
Coexist.
many, we have to
Coexist.
coexist. Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. So many years, you know, our grandparents, great grandparents, and maybe even some of our parents, they had to fight so hard to have equality in the workplace, or just out there, period, when it comes to men and women. Men have been dominating that, you know, the work industry for years.
The provider.
They were the provider.
It's always been there.
Right, we were the homemakers, moms, you know, and then the men were the provider. But then when it was time for the women to step out into the workplace, it was such a big pushback. You know, it was such a big. It was so.
It wasn't
you know, it
wasn't.
wasn't.
Like,
you know.
let me see what you can do.
Right,
Show me.
and that's one thing that I can say that discrimination was like a blanket effect, because all women felt that when it's time for them to get out into the workplace.
Across
you know,
all races.
Across all races. So there's really no color line when it comes to things like that.
Right.
So all of us as women, we have to fight, you know, to make our presence known out there in the workplace, and
work harder,
work harder. Exactly. Some
men.
men are very welcoming to it, and some men are still closed-minded to it.
Right.
You know, but that's for us to show our male counterparts that we're here to work with you, to
Not
help you
against
grow,
you.
not against you, and to, you know, make a life for ourselves. Because a lot of women are now single
Breadwinners of the family.
Breadwinners, stay-at-home dads.
Yes, we do.
You know, and and if that's going to be something that is being supported, because there's a lot of men who want to do that, and then why can't it be supported that we as women go into the workplace?
Right.
Okay. So with that being said, there are a lot of women out there that I've come across that have a, I don't know, just that ego about being the boss, you know.
The women?
Yes.
Okay.
There are some women. They have that, I'm the boss. And then I actually came in contact with this one female when I was in training. She's boss lady, you know, and she was training with me because she was actually getting a job at the company that I was working for. And she looked down upon our male counterparts. Like
Out loud?
Out loud. She was very negative.
Unapologetically.
Unapologetically. I just was sitting there like,
I know that was hard for you to do.
It was very hard.
You want to correct them or educate them while they're, because you're always supposed to be teaching in the moment.
Right.
Even if it's a life thing, not just has to do with work.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, it's like, but you didn't know her. You don't know, you know. So what
I'm
did
just
you do,
listening.
Nico?
I'm just listening to her. I'm listening to her, and I'm thinking to her. I'm thinking to myself rather, like, I have a son that I'm raising. I need to encourage him. You know,
Right.
I have my husband. Like, I have to encourage him.
Right,
Like,
support,
she's so
right.
negative. She wasn't married. She didn't have kids.
Okay.
So maybe she really didn't feel it, or maybe she just really had that male ego that men had so many years ago about women and we're in the workplace. She's having the same thing about
Well,
men.
and if you
she
look
feels
at it,
like that when men are idiots. That's how she felt.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, she was very narrow-minded. What were you about to say, Candace?
well, no, because I was just thinking like because roles have reversed.
And that's where I was going with.
Drastically, you know what I mean? And just the home
We
and the work
bosses.
when it comes to women and men.
Yes.
And you know, and it doesn't mean necessarily it's a negative thing, but just across the board, you know, like you said, you see, you know, your friends and just the workplace where, you know, the woman is the CEO of the workplace, or she is the head person in charge, you know, and then it's like, you know, the same way that we, you know, fought, you know, our parents and grandparents fought for equal pay and equal rights and just be treated fairly just in the workplace and given that same plateau, that same format, we need to make sure that we're doing the same thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It's very important. And like after I heard her for so long, I really was advocating like we have to support our male counterparts. If we're expecting for them to treat us as an equal in this work field, you know, we have to treat them with the same type of respect that we're and support that we're expecting from them.
Definitely.
We can't sit here and blurt out, you know, what we
Hatred
hatred and all that,
yeah,
and expect
negative.
for them to respect us.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm the boss now, I'm gonna look down on you, and you're a
You're gonna do
man,
what
and
I'm
I think
gonna
you're
say.
no,
Yeah.
that's not right. So supporting, you know, when it comes to building a relationship business-wise,
Right.
and when it comes to being out there working side by side, we need to support our male counterparts too.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that too, it goes, and I say that roles have reversed. You know, there's used to always be a lot of sexual harassment because of the man to woman.
Yes.
But now it's reversed where it's the woman because she feels like
Using her
oh, you know,
power.
using
Yeah.
her power
To-
to get what she wants. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like it's working in that, and that's like. It was unforeseen because, you know, men don't usually come out and let you know, hey, you know, I'm being sexually harassed. It's
Right.
like, it looks upon like, oh,
Yeah.
you know,
How
you
can she
can't
be
take,
arrested?
yeah, exactly.
Right.
But it can, because if you're a woman that of power and in charge, you holding your hand, whether that person moves up or moves down
Yeah.
or even stays on board, period.
Okay.
And so people are scared of that. This is how women will be when, you know, they were being sexually harassed. They did those favors just to keep their job.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like you said, they don't really come forward, but nowadays there's a lot
Yeah,
of
Everybody coming forward.
They come
And
in
nobody
forward.
biting
Yes.
their tongues
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah, you
Even
know.
when it comes to if that same scenario kicked up, like you were saying, you know, listening to somebody male bash, counter bash. If it's a woman to the male to the woman, either way, it's still bad.
It is.
And we should be able to pull you to the side, you know, and have a side conversation and say, look, we do have to work with them. This is what we have to do. You might
And it's
not
not okay.
like
It's
it,
not okay what
but
you're
it's
doing.
not okay for you to
Yeah.
say out
Exactly.
loud.
Well, eventually that's where I have to go with her. Because it got to the point to where I started becoming defensive.
Yeah.
Because like
It's
again,
like you're talking your son.
Yeah.
As if your son was working right there.
right, you know,
Yeah.
men are idiots and they don't know when to shut up. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that's the same thing that men used to say about women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not knowing their
Keep us
place.
away.
And so I told her, I mean, I didn't so much, tell her, I really don't think you need to be saying that, because she can say what she wants.
Absolutely.
But what I asked her is like, can she tone it down when she's around me? I said, look, I'm raising a son. I said, and I'm raising my son to have to treat women with respect,
Right.
and go into the workplace and out there into the world with equal, objectives in mind.
Right.
I said it would be sad if I had pumped fear in him about going out there and working for a woman, because
Right.
I wouldn't want to have a daughter that I'm pumping fear into to go out there and work for.
For a man.
Exactly. I said, so I don't really think that's good.
I don't agree with what you're
with what you're
saying.
saying.
Right.
And she was like, well, we fought. So I said, I get that. I said, but we fought hard to get to where we are.
Yeah,
and so not to go back. Let's not go backward.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, when you do get that person, that male counterpart that you're working with, who tries his hardest to make you feel like you're beneath him as a woman, let him know that I'm standing here with you.
Stop mistrust.
I'm not exactly
Conversation. Just
right away.
Yes.
Right away. I'm standing here with you. We're working together. I'm here
You're
to support
not my
you.
boss.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just like I would like
Like
your
the same
support.
support.
I'm going to
Yes.
support you because we are equal in this work environment.
Right.
Okay. Regardless to what society says about us as the separating us men and women and our specific job life job codes. I guess you want to say it, because it's life job codes that they give us. Men only can do this. Women only can do that. That's bull crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't even live in that type of world. I live in a world where we Now, granted, there is some things that men can do and women can't, that women can do and men can't.
I don't think it's a matter of what a man or woman can do better than the next. The vice versa. I think it's a person. It's an individual.
Okay.
Because some women are innately stronger just in physical, abilities to perform a job better than a man.
Yeah.
Because maybe she's been, bred from a childhood to be able to do, work in the field, be a firewoman or something.
That's still majority though. I mean,
it's not.
That's not a majority. But like you said, and it's not even an exception to the rule no more, because it's too many exceptions. The percentage is higher now.
Yeah,
so we're not gonna say, oh yeah, you're right. You can't tell me what a man or a woman cannot do, because we don't know.
Right.
We don't know what our ability is and what one's ability is. You know what I mean? So that's so narrow-minded. Again, to say something like, she definitely couldn't do this job. She's not big enough. She's not tall enough. She doesn't look strong enough.
Yeah.
She's not smart enough. Like, wait. How do you know? Maybe it doesn't take the strength here. Maybe it takes the strength here. So you just never know.
And shoot, that's still a fight, I think.
I know.
That's still a fight.
And speaking of fighting, I also, when you think about women being in charge, women being bosses, one of the things I think about too is working with a male counterpart where he is beneath you as far as title, but not, person, human being.
Right.
But he doesn't take that well. He's still fighting you for your authority because he doesn't believe that you as a woman have the authority over him. And I've come across that a lot. Where it's just that they just innately, and you have to, still be smart enough to know that, hey, I'm not going to take this personally. He's just, a little naive in his thinking.
Right.
Right.
Yep. And that's never going to stop.
Right.
That's never going to stop, unfortunately. That's an unfortunate thing. It's never going to stop. But
at least that's an individual thing, and it's not
true.
A crowd or you know what I mean, a majority of
And just in my opinion, I feel like we're coming across those people less and less. That's just my opinion.
Because people are
it might be different, but I think from what I've encountered and come across, we're coming across that less and less where men feel like they can't work under a woman because that's not the right way of things happening, because so many women are out there in these positions now that they have no choice but to train themselves or to reprogram themselves to say, okay, come on now, what am I really fighting against?
Right, if it was a man doing it, what would it be the difference?
Right.
Like, if that was the boss.
Right,
It's still the same work. It's still
I think what they have done is like you said, whether they accepted it or not, they've reprogrammed themselves at least at work, not show it.
That's what I appreciate. Appreciate that.
Exactly.
When we walk out these doors at 5 o'clock, you can say what you want, do what you want, believe what you want. But when we walk in these doors at 8, we are going to be equal. Exactly. Because again, if you want me to support you, You gonna support me.
Right.
And even if I am your boss, I still need your support because I can't run this business without my team.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? All right, guys, so that brings me to my next thought.
Okay.
Okay, so compromising. Yeah, I think this right here is a big one.
That's a big old bite to
Compromising and respecting each other's and respecting each other and each other's differences.
That part. It's the
You know,
differences.
it's the differences.
Because you okay when we agreeing. We all happy,
Right.
kumbaya.
Yeah.
But the moment I disagree with a male count,
I'm trying to tell you.
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's about to be a big to do.
A big to do. And that's right there, which makes it like make you just just want to
Cause you want to, yeah.
But I don't know. Okay, so what do you think? Cause you quiet on this one.
No, because I'm just trying to process it because it just depends on the level of the male and woman's, the female and the male's level at the workplace. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I think that first and foremost plays a role into the compromising part because if I'm the boss and I'm, giving direction and you are my subordinate,
There is no compromise
there really
there.
isn't none. You know what I mean?
You do what I say.
But there is pushback from the subordinate that they really don't.
Yeah.
So in that situation, you have to get that person's buy-in. So it's not necessarily them compromising with you, but it's about getting that team members or that employee, whatever you want to call them, their buy-in to what your vision or your direction.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'm more talking about then like if we're co-workers.
Okay. So on a coworker level, I feel like the male counterpart always competing with the female.
Always.
And
I'm
when you
not gonna say always, but 99% of the time.
No, it is. I mean, well, in my experience, so I can speak from my experience. I think that it is done sometimes underhandedly.
It is.
So it's not always.
It's that's you get in trouble and
yes.
you get like I didn't do nothing.
And as a woman in an industry that is a male-dominant industry,
Yes.
I always tend to just kind of like be quiet, just look and observe first before I speak. You know, and I'm never gonna go, be the tell-teller or be the person to snitch.
Snitches get stitched. Don't do that at the workplace. We don't need.
But men do it in a way where it just feels like they're flexing and they're not being. It's not like they're not compromising.
No,
you know what I mean?
they're not compromising.
They feel like, but I'm saying they do it in a flexing type of way, like a boastful. Flexing type of way. Right. So whereas a woman, if I did it, I'd be like, it's not even that serious for you to be doing that. Like, why are you doing that extra? But because you're trying to compete, you're still trying to stay relevant in the field or equal to your boss or to upper management. You're still trying to be the person to be seen. And
especially when your idea or your input makes a bigger impact than theirs do.
Right.
Especially then. And the crazy part is that, they always tell you when there's some type of conflict. I'm not gonna say they always tell you. This is just from my experience. When there's some type of conflict between yourself and a male counterpart, or vice versa, it's always, you guys need to just work together and respect each other's opinions, respect each other. Absolutely.
And what I get is, don't be over emotional.
Don't be over. Yes.
Don't use the E word with us.
Yeah.
I don't use the E word.
Let me tell you, men are not more emotional.
No, they're more emotional. Very much so. Even trying to tell y'all. Not to change the subject. Basketball. Even when they're playing basketball.
Yeah. Well, all male.
All men. I'm talking about you foul me, you hit me, you this, you that. I'm like, y'all so emotional right now.
Right.
Play the dang on game.
That's because they wear their egos right here.
Yeah.
They wear their egos on their shoulders.
In their pocket.
Yeah, they need to take them egos off their shoulders and put them away.
Just for a little bit.
Just for a little while. Because first off, I'm not gonna say I don't give a dang about your ego. Because everybody has an ego.
I will stroke it occasionally.
I'll stroke your ego. But you gotta know that I wear one too.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: when it comes to compromising, we as women do most of the compromising, and that's because we have such a bigger role in life. Period. That it's easier for us to compromise than it is for men.
Yes,
and what I mean by that, and again, guys, this is my opinion.
It's
okay. What I mean by that is that we are the mothers. Okay, the nurturers. Now, granted, fathers have a big role in life as well, but when it comes down to it, Who makes 99.9% of the decisions when it comes to things at home?
Right.
Okay? When it comes to things.
The
Mothers.
moms.
Who's the one that's planning out everything when it comes to the kids? It's the mother.
mother.
Who's the one?
Disciplining.
Usually.
The mother.
Exactly. Who's the one?
The bad guy.
Who's
It's
the one
the mom.
balancing life, work, kids, and all of that? It's the mother. As a woman, we fit you in. As a man, we let you know this is the plan.
And this is
This is how you're gonna fit
This is where you
in.
fit in.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be it as it may, you men, our men out there, you guys work hard, you guys give
Yeah,
your all, you guys
absolutely.
put in a lot, you do
They
a lot of work,
support,
you
they have our
support all of
back,
that good stuff. But we as women wear such a bigger blanket when it comes to, you know,
The overall,
organizing
yeah.
overall that
Compromising.
when it exactly
For real.
when
It
it
is.
gets into the
That's our word.
workplace, we automatically feel like the compromise is one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
Because with compromising comes communication.
I was going to get
And we talked about that a little while ago too,
Yes.
about the communicating
Right.
in the
Always
workplace.
about the
With
communication.
compromising comes communication because that's how we learn and we know and we understand when to and how to.
I want to pull back.
When
and
the,
when to
exactly,
pull forward.
compromise.
Yes.
Exactly. You know, when do we say when? When do we, you know, push back like you just said? And when do we know when to kind of just like fold just a little bit? Sometimes you have to.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to because, like you said, as women, because we wear this you know blanket of all, we do sometimes have a tendency to, after a while, get a little bit like
Pushy?
pushy.
We get a little pushy.
little pushy, little bossy.
I know I get pushy.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
A little
No, I
bossy.
agree. That's an alien.
That just comes with having so much on our shoulders.
Yeah.
And
Yes, it
sometimes
does.
it just, we are human and it will break.
Right.
You know what I mean? We do need to regroup sometime.
Right.
And that's what we know our counterparts to say, you know what? You look like you got stress on you. You look like you got a lot on your plate. What can I help you with?
Right.
Do that. That'd be very helpful.
Right, in a very respectful way though. In a
Yeah.
way that we don't make
Not
anybody
condescending.
right, be condescending.
Yeah.
Make anybody feel belittled
Yeah.
or beneath.
Or yeah,
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
not finishing your job. So
Yeah,
I guess I'm
exactly.
gonna have to do your job.
And then also knowing how to approach those situations, how to talk about it, how to come to a compromising.
And then one of
you know,
those things, when I think about, like you said, when you say the word compromising, especially working with equal counterparts as male and female, that there's things that we both bring that's different, that you know that you excel in and I excel in.
Absolutely.
But a lot of times we are trying to just get that one point across, and so try to be the. Let's say for instance, you got a project that you got to do,
Okay.
but I'm good at, what I'm saying, just say overall project, and
I'm good at tasking.
Right, at multi, tasking, getting the job done, or decision making the final decision.
For sure.
Instead of just coming together and saying, and which I feel like we as women will have that more so impromptu to have a discussion.
Right.
The male
They just
counterpart,
gonna do.
no, they want to
They
do
gonna
it
do what they wanna
separately
do.
because they
Yes.
want to get the accolades and stuff where we both will be. And looking, if you think about it, look in your boss eyes or upper management eyes, they will look at them. These are two people who can work together first and foremost, and then look what
job
they
done well.
look what the job they done well. Look what they created,
Right.
Instead of had it been separate,
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? So
and the other thing too, on that note, when it comes to having a project and everybody figuring out their strengths and weaknesses within the project, there's a lot of times where people want, they want their whole idea, they want you to figure out a way to work their idea without inputting their own opinions and ideas into it. But if it's a project that two of you guys are working on and two of you guys have to come, both people's ideas need to be considered. You know what I'm saying? That's where the compromise comes in, discussion, right? And now one might be better than the other, but it's something about my idea that possibly can help your idea.
Right.
I'm not saying to dismiss your idea.
Right.
It's like I'm hoping you're not dismissing mine.
Exactly.
Let's just compromise on
And
some
see who's
things
the better.
and see who's better
And why.
and where we can mesh them together, where we can, because two heads basically are better than one.
Always said that.
You know what I'm
Always
saying?
said that.
So there's always going to be the bigger opportunity for us to make a bigger impact
Together.
versus you walking up handing in your paper and we're supposed to work on this paper together. No, we're going to hand it in together.
Right.
Both of our names are going to be on this
Absolutely,
title.
right.
Both of us are going to get, like you said, accolades from making it successful.
Yeah.
Because basically the end result is for it to become successful.
And the cool
And the
thing
end
is-
result is, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
the reason why you do compete because you're looking for those accolades.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's friendly competition.
It's friendly
It's real
competition.
friendly.
It doesn't have to
But
be
not only
real.
that though, but male and female, we don't think the same. So
We don't.
we shouldn't have there should be something that from both we can take. There just has to be, because like I said, we don't think the same.
Right.
And I know something you got or the male got that's good, and something I'm bringing to the table is just as good.
Right.
Just make them marry together and just get it going.
Yes.
That's it.
But see, that's when the knowing win. That's when the knowing win and knowing how. Because some people don't know how to do that.
Right.
Some people don't know how to,
They might have
to
brothers and
compromise.
sisters. They might have been the only child because they didn't have to compromise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But unlike myself, I have 6 sisters.
Right.
I have, and I'm the oldest, so I definitely had to learn how to compromise.
Right.
And know how to compromise very well.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah, and just like me, I mean, you know, in the industry, I had to compromise a lot because, first of all, the industry that I got into it by chance. You know, I mean, I loved it, but I got into it by chance.
Right.
So being able to know when to shut up and listen, you know what I'm saying, and then when to input my input.
Stuff. Yeah.
That's what I had to learn. That's what I had to learn. I became a note-taking person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did say that.
I've been, you
Take
did
it
right.
out, show
I have my notes, baby. I
Mhm.
swear for God, I have my notes. People be like, "What are you?" I'm writing down what you're saying.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because eventually, my notes from what you saying is gonna help me out in the long run.
Yeah,
or some
absolutely.
type of situation where I'm gonna have to compromise
Yes.
on what it is that I'm really wanting to do based on what is supposed to happen.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I mean, knowing when
Hey,
is important.
that's really important.
That's where them egos gotta get brushed off your shoulders
Right.
at. Because wearing those egos is not gonna give you the opportunity to compromise and to know when to
It's gonna close
just
your
sit back.
mind off.
It
It's
is.
gonna
It
close,
is.
you're not gonna hear nothing but
You're not gonna hear
but your ego right
That's
there
it.
by your ear.
Them egos are loud.
Yeah.
They loud.
They're not so smart.
And they're not so smart. That's why I always tell people, they be like, "Oh, these people don't use their common sense." I say, "Honey, common sense ain't common no more."
Right.
So they need to go ahead and eliminate that whole phrase,
Yeah.
use your common sense, because it's not so common no more. Because you would think a person would know.
But can you use somebody else's common sense?
I wish you could.
Because you can always borrow some of mine.
Right.
I'll leave
I got
some.
it before you.
I'll leave some. I cannot
You
take it.
be like, what? No, why would you? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's how it always is. You know how I feel when it comes to working with male sometimes with women too. Sometimes it's hard for women to work together. But the good thing about working with another female is that we get excited off of each other's ideas.
Yes.
At least that's my experience.
Mine too.
Yeah.
That's been my experience.
You say you get excited?
Get excited. Yeah.
Sometimes still.
Huh?
Sometimes still your ideas.
Oh,
Yeah.
still
They
your idea.
will. They will do
yeah.
that. They will still
I mean,
do
that's
that.
just a personality that I think a lot of times we put emphasis on gender roles when it's really not a gender role. It's a person.
It is.
individual.
Yeah,
It
Like your
is.
personality.
It is.
You know what I mean? So,
But the topic today is really supporting
men.
our men
Yes.
at work.
Work.
Not so much, what we were just talking about. Sorry, it just drew a blank. But what we just talking about, it's more so that we need to be supporting
Of each other.
And the more we support our men,
Yeah.
and they see that, and it isn't an individual thing. It is to your job, but you probably will
Give
get
more.
more. Mhm.
You will. I think you will.
And
Put forth the effort.
Put forth the effort.
Because they'll see that, okay, maybe she's not really trying to step on me
Undercut me,
and undercut
trying
me.
to push me down.
So
make
let
me
me
just
go
want-
on ahead and see if we can't make this work. If you show more of the support, and a lot of times, we as women too, we go into the workplace when it comes to, working with men, and we put on this defense jacket. You know what I'm
exterior,
saying?
trying to put a hard exterior
Before
on.
we even get the opportunity to
Know one
know
another.
somebody, we come in there defensive, like, oh, he's not gonna take control of me. He's not gonna tell me what to do. We work together.
Yeah.
And as soon as he say one little thing against what we want, then it's like, oh no,
absolutely
oh no, that's
not.
not going to happen.
Right.
Well, come on now.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
if you inserted your opinion, you would
want him
expect
to do
for
that.
him to listen and just acknowledge that your opinion is important
Matters,
as well.
yeah.
It matters.
This
So
person
it's just driving.
There you go.
Okay. So we have to do the same as women.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And knowing when to again say something, knowing when to insert
when.
that aggressiveness or that defensiveness, knowing when to that's what we need to learn.
Yes.
We need to learn that. We need
And
to,
like Lynn said, ultimately working together and supporting our counterparts.
exactly.
But make it be known that I'm supporting you. Like, don't just silently do it. Like, let them know, like, I did that.
Right.
I did that for us.
Yeah.
I did that
our
for the
counterpart,
team.
or even
Yeah.
our, like you say, even your subordinates.
Yeah.
Knowing when to, acknowledge them. Give them some type of, kudos,
Yeah.
and hey,
That
good
was
job.
good
That was
job.
good what you guys did today. I appreciate you. Blah blah blah. They like that.
And
Well, and I think, it's a heavier, when you talk about this thing of love language, how like when you're in a relationship, they say you gotta know each other's love language. I think and you won't necessarily call it love, but maybe you would call it, you want to learn a person's language, that motivation language.
Oh, there you go.
Everyone is motivated by different things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think that's important too, is knowing, whether it's your co-worker, whether it's your subordinates, especially when it comes to male, because, we think we tend to know exactly what women won't because we're women,
Right.
But when it comes to men, they operate from a different cloth,
Yes, yes.
And so we need to learn their motivation
Right.
language in order to get
And without flirting.
right,
Or being the truth that we're flirting.
Yes.
Like, I'm not flirting with you.
Yeah.
I like it, but not like that.
Right.
Because that can happen too.
Yes, it could be
too nice or
yes. I agree.
being supportive. They like,
Take it the
she
wrong
like
way.
me.
Yeah,
In
no.
a minute.
We get the water
Who
cooler.
said that?
Be outside about 5.
Right.
No, it's not. That's the type of party.
No.
Right.
Absolutely
We can
not.
be in this meeting room and
Discuss this
but
workload.
with the door open.
Right.
Yes.
Right. They come in and close the door behind you.
Yeah.
Like, what you doing that for? What you doing that for?
That is
Well,
so funny.
Yeah, guys. I mean, and here's the thing. I think if we start with our younger adults today, younger adults and kids, and letting them know and instilling in them the importance of, how to carry themselves in the workplace, it will, and how to be, open to working with women and women being their bosses and things like that. It will be easier for them to accept, things once they get there. But if we don't teach them that now, when they get there, they might be hard to compromise with. They might be hard to support. And we don't want our young men
Struggling
to struggle like that,
Right.
because nowadays you lose your job.
Yeah.
You won't have a career.
Yeah. You're right.
You will get blackballed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just because you're a man and just because you work hard, just because you have good ideas, does not mean we have to. You're irreplaceable.
Yeah.
So if you want that equal support from us that we're expecting from you, come in with that attitude.
Yeah.
Come in with that mentality. Come in ready to, accept everything that's going on in the world today. And right now in the world today, women have planted their feet.
Yes.
And we have made a presence.
Yes.
And, our goal is to continue on an uprise.
Yeah.
In a positive
On
way.
in a positive way, and
And we would
bringing
love
our
the support.
right,
And we would
and
love
bringing
for
our
you
male
to-
counterparts right on with us.
Absolutely.
Bringing them right on with us, supporting them, loving them, encouraging them, and giving them just as much as we would like to have in return.
That we can coexist in the same
And we
world.
can coexist. Yeah, we can.
It's asking too much.
It's not asking too much.
I really
It's asking
don't.
too much, but
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah,
we
we
take a
will.
baby steps.
We
gotta
gotta
get there.
But I think that is good that at least the three of us are on the same
Yes.
So you're not gonna come work for us, what you
Right.
gonna get.
Right, because I take them all from, like I said, I got a son that I raised, and you got a boy, and and you're teaching your girl to
Right.
be supportive and work as an equal, and if everybody takes a part in doing that, we'll have a really good, it's not going to change the world, of course,
Overnight, for sure.
everybody, like you said, they're born by themselves, except for the
Triplets and
triplets,
doublets
quadruplets, and all the other people.
Right.
But you're born by yourself,
Right.
and you don't really know what to expect, how to expect, or what's this person's actually going to become as they grow up. But you're hoping your goal is for them to become, a successful individual.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know. I think think that was a good topic.
I ain't never really thought about it like that. So
yeah. And it's important. It's an important topic, and it's a teachable topic.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely a teachable topic, and I think we'll probably revisit it another time. Maybe we'll have a guest on our show.
Definitely.
You know, so we can
male,
get a man's
right?
opinion. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
Maybe throw a couple of guests in here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this again a little bit later. We've already voiced our opinion. Let's hear what the man got to say about this.
I'm looking forward to
You
it.
look forward to it. Yeah. So, you know, it's always important for us to make sure that our youth is being corrected and being taught the right way. You know, when the youth get older, we can't say that everybody that grows up, you know, is growing up, they had a bad upbringing, or they had, you know, they didn't have no daddy, they didn't have no mama.
The blame
you
game.
know, it's always the blame game,
Don't do
exactly.
that.
But if we take an initiative as a community to really, like, you know, come together and work together with these young adults, then I think we'll have a better outcome.
I agree.
You know, we'll have a better outcome. All right, guys. So I really think that today's topic was really good.
Yeah,
you know,
it was needed.
I think it was needed.
Yeah, it was needed.
I think it was needed. You know, gave the our guest the opportunity from our point of view,
Yes.
just to see exactly where we stand and how we feel about supporting our men in the workplace.
Yes.
The importance of it, and exactly just how it can actually benefit both women and men
I agree.
when we're out in the workplace working together. You know.
Mhm.
So, and again, you know, we just got to keep on our young adults, keep working with them, keep teaching them, and also stay on ourselves. But make sure we maintain
Lead by
that
example.
behavior.
Yeah, lead by example,
and lead
for
by
sure.
example. You know, today was great, ladies, as always.
Right.
You know, and I thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you guys so much. And again, if you like the show, make sure you like it down below. Leave a comment if you'd like to. We'll get back to you definitely. You can also check us out on the website. All of our shows are posted on our website at blacktcomplete.com. Don't forget to check out our Instagram page at events_at_blacktea. We thank you for joining us again today. And until next time, let's connect and let's network.
Deuces.